Day 711 being Christopher Cruz. Just got off of my first coaching call for today. I got 3 today. It was so good, so powerful. We were talking about values, and her number one value is love, and we were going through that. And there's a point in the conversation where she was like, something happened on Friday and it was just really bad, and right after our call, and I'm really glad that we did our call because I was clear on my values and it had me handle things differently. And she was just like not explaining what it was, and I was like fine with that. I was like, I don't need her to explain what it was. And then God was like, just ask her. And I was like, no, like, we got momentum, like, and she, is not, totally comfortable being vulnerable about it, which is why she's being vague about it. And God was just ask her. And so then I asked her, and she explained what it was. And then that opened up the conversation to a whole new realm. And then, she expressed that this next week is going to be hard because this is the 1-year anniversary of her son's death. And so it's going to be really hard for her and her husband. And then God just started speaking through me. It was like, the only reason why this is going to be hard for you guys this week is if you're focused on the defeat over the victory. Think about 4th of July, right? 4th of July, we celebrate our freedom, our independence. 4th of July would be a very different holiday if we celebrated the defeat, because there was a side that got defeated. There were people that got defeated. There were people that died, but we celebrate the battle. We celebrate the victory. And his death was not a defeat. It was a victory. It was a massive victory. And you got to see that. And I just started like all this stuff. And I was just like, wow. And I'm just like thinking like, wow, like, God, thank you for giving me the courage to say the things that no one else will say to people. Like, that is something that I've done for a lot of my life, is just I've said things to people that most people won't say. There's just this boldness that God has given me, and this courage that God has given me to say the things that people won't say, because I believe that as a coach, I need to tell people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. And I have to risk people not liking me. I have to risk pissing people off. But I have to speak the truth, because the truth is going to set people free. And so we talked for an extra 20 or 30 minutes about this upcoming week and what his death actually means, and how she gets to like be a leader of love. And, this could be the best week of their life, not the hardest week of their life. And I just had to help her see, like, you're setting yourself up for the defeat. And it's like, his death was not a defeat. His death was a victory. Like, and it is just like this, it was eye-opening to me to have that conversation, eye-opening to her. Like, it was shifted her whole perspective of it, her whole energy around it. And like, God just spoke through me on that, because that was powerful. And it takes a lot to say to a mom that, like, hey, this week of your son's death, the 1-year anniversary, it's not going to be hard at all. It's totally up to you. It's like, that could really offend people. That could really just, destroy some stuff. But I trusted that God was going to say the right things, and he did. He gave me the right words, and it hit her in her heart, and she was transformed after that. And it was like, wow, you know what? You're right. The timing of this is so perfect. Thank you so much for saying this. You're so right. You're so right. And that's the thing. Like, God's perspective is so much different than ours. So, it was really amazing. A really amazing conversation. And we would have never had that conversation had I not listened to God and asked her about the details, and had she not been vulnerable. And I wasn't going to ask her. Like I felt God tell me, like, I didn't hear a voice, but there's this thing that comes through where it's like, it's not you, it's something else. And it's not you that is not speaking, but giving you the word. It's like what's it called when they speak, things speak mind to mind? Not telekinesis. I don't know, but it was like there's no audible words. There are mental words, and God just kept giving me, ask her, ask her, ask her, and I was just like, no, God, no, like she's gonna get uncomfortable, you know. She clearly doesn't want to like mention what it was. She doesn't want to be vulnerable about it. Like, we got momentum on this call, like, you know, we're gonna get things done, and it was just ask her. And it was just like, there's a point in the conversation, like when God was saying that, where I was like, all right, I'll be obedient. And then I asked her, and right away she opened up and told me exactly what it was, and that shifted the whole conversation. And we wouldn't have had this conversation about her son had I not asked her that. So, and it's like, what, that conversation with her son was a message from God, and she knew that, and I knew that, and the timeliness of it was just flawless. And it was just like, okay, this is why I need to be obedient to God, because when I am, he performs miracles. Like, yeah, man, I gotta be sharing this stuff, because God said to me 2 months ago or whatever, when I got into deep meditation, share your blessings and miracles with the world and give me the glory so I can give the glory to them. And there are miracles that are happening every day of my life. Like, really. Some big, some small, some physical, some mental, some emotional, some spiritual, like, but they're happening. And I need to be sharing those in my videos on Instagram. Like, I share them all here, but more people need to see them. And so I need to find a way to get stuff like this out there, like, you know, talk about these miracles more. So it'll come. It's good.